Now the continuation to the previous session. If you observe this, the positions of two big index and two small index. Two big index is at index 5. Two small index is at index 4. Right? If you check this condition, two big index less than two small index. 5 less than 4. Condition false. The next step, again it checks the condition. Two small index greater than two big index. 4 greater than 5. Again condition false. Now there is another step. Swap data of two small index and data of pivot element. So data of pivot index is what? 40. Data of two small index is what? 7. Now you have to swap these two elements, 40 and 7. Okay, after swapping, if you observe the position of 40, it is at right position, right? So left part of 40, we are considering as a first array, first subarray, and right side of 40 is second subarray. Okay, left of 40, the values are less than 40, and right side the values greater than 40. That means the pivot element is at correct position. Now you have to apply this Picsart algorithm on the first subarray for this part, and again you have to apply the same technique on right subarray. Okay, using recursion again. Now when it comes to the programming part, Picsart programming part. Now we have to declare two header files, standard input output and conio.h. And here we are using one method sort. So this is called what? Function declaration. Now in the main function, declare some variables I, n, low, I, a of 50. The maximum size of the array is 50. Now some heading program for Picsart, and here you have to specify the size of the array. So how many elements you want to take? So if it is 10, then value 10. After that you have to provide values. The user has to provide values for those 10 elements. Now the unsorted array elements are ready. The array name is what? A. Now the array contains unsorted elements. By using Picsart, we have to arrange the elements in ascending order. Now low equal to 0, high equal to n minus 1. The first and last indexes. Then you have to apply, you have to call a sort function. You have to call a sort function. Sort by passing array and low and high values. Right? Now this function call invokes the sort function. A, first and last. First is what? The 0th index. Last is n minus 1 index. Is the origin array. Okay. Now int I, j, p, temp and k. Some variables that we are going to use in the sort function. If last greater than first, the last, here last is what? N minus 1. N minus 1 greater than 0. Condition false. Right? The I holds the first index, j holds the last index. And then p equal to a of first. Now p contains what? The first element. The p nothing but here pivot element. Pivot element. Now while of 1 is what? Infinite loop. We are using here infinite loop. Now in the while loop, another while is there. While a of y, that is what? A of 1 less than p. That means what? You are comparing the first index with the 0th index. 0th index is what? Here pivot element. If the first index value is less than pivot element, and as well as the first index is less than the last index, if the both conditions are true, now it increments the value of I. That means what? In the previous diagram, we are incrementing this two big index. Okay, you are comparing 20 with 40. If 20 is less than 40, now you have to increment two big index. Here two big index is what? I plus plus. Again it checks the condition. I plus plus. Now it is what? 2. A of 2 less than pivot element and 2 less than 10. The condition is true. Again it increments the value of I. That is what? Two big index. Right? The first while loop, the first while loop is for two big index, like this. Okay. Once the value is greater than pivot element, once the value of two big index is greater than pivot element, then obviously the while loop condition becomes false. If any one condition is false, then automatically no need to check the other condition, because we are using logical AND here. Okay, logical AND. If any one condition false, then automatically the whole condition becomes false. Right? So if you observe, the first while loop is for two big index. Right? So once the process is over, now the second while loop. While A of j means what here? Two small index, right side element, the last element. You are comparing last element with the pivot element. The last element greater than or equal to pivot element, and j greater than first. The last element is greater than first. If these two conditions are true, then you have to decrement j value. What is j value here? Two small index. The example, two small index. Okay, 100 greater than 40, then decrement the value of two small index, j minus minus. What is j here? Two small index. Okay. Now it performs, now it iterates the while loop until the value is less than, until the value of two small index is less than the pivot element. Right? The first while loop is for two big index, and the second while loop is for two small index. Now it compares I less than j. What is I? Two big index is less than two small index, then you have to swap these two elements. If you observe this diagram process, observe this. 3 less than 7, then you have to swap 80 and 30. That is what we are doing in the program. If I less than j, then swap these two elements. Otherwise, break. Okay? This is what the complete while loop. When it terminates this while loop, if the I and j values, if I greater than j, then automatically it terminates the while loop. When this value, this I becomes greater than the value of j, once it overlaps, once it crosses these two elements, then the condition becomes false. Now observe this case. I value is 5, j value 4. 5 less than 4, no, condition false. Now it breaks the while loop. That is what we are doing in the program. Now A of first equal to A of j. What is an A of j? The A of j is what? Two small index. Now you have to assign two small index into A of first. That is what? In the pivot element. And A of j, now it contains the pivot element value. That means you are swapping the pivot element value with the value in the two small index. Okay. Once the assignment is over, the pivot is at the correct position, and the left side elements are less than pivot element, and right side elements are greater than pivot element. So here again we are calling the sort function. Sort of A, we are passing the array first and j minus 1. That is what? Left part of pivot element. In the second case, sort of ai and last second half of second part of pivot element. So you are passing these two sub arrays. to the same function recursively. You have to perform quicksort technique. So that is about the programming part of quicksort. So explanation is given clearly with all diagrams. You easily understand the logic. The logic is clear, then you can write and complete the programming part. Yes. Now the final step, the running time. Here also the time complexity of quicksort is order of n log n, just like in metsort. And worst case is what? Order of n square. Best case is order of n log n. Average case. Average case is also order of n log n. So that is about unit 1. So with these data structures, unit 1 is over.